So the Philadelphia 76ers are looking for a new head coach, and Mike D'Antoni is the front runner?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you are new to the channel and love talking Philly sports every single day, go right ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on post notifications so you know when I go live or drop some content. On that note, if you heard on 94 WIP that Mike D'Antoni is the front runner for the Sixers head coaching job and are like, pump the brakes, smash that like button. With all that being said, let's talk about Mike D'Antoni. As we all know, there's no Sixers basketball continuing in the bubble. We were bounced in the first round, being swept by the Boston Celtics. Out of all the teams, the Boston Celtics, who are continuing to play in the bubble in the Eastern Conference Finals against Miami Heat, and yes, Jimmy Butler, the guy that we let slip out of our fingers out of the city of Philadelphia, that dog who got these young boys rallying around him and are in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we let him go for Brett Brown. That's what it came down to, Brett Brown or Jimmy Butler, and we chose Brett Brown. What? Anyways, let's get to it. The Philadelphia 76ers are still looking for a head coach, and right after the firing of Brett Brown, there were a lot of options thrown out. Greg Popovich, but we all know he's not leaving his cozy spot in San Antonio. Even Jay Wright from Villanova, who came out with a statement because the rumors kept coming that, listen, I'm grateful for the offer, but I like where I'm at with Villanova, and I'm going to have to respectfully decline. So there was that. He was a fan favorite for the Sixers fans, and I understand why. But then you heard the rumblings of maybe Mark Jackson, maybe Kenny Atkins, maybe Jason Kidd, maybe Sam Cassell, maybe Stan Van Gundy, a bunch of them. And then the first front runner was Tyronn Lue, who I was 50-50 about. We all know he got his one championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and LeBron James. And a lot of people are just going to say LeBron James is the head coach of every team he plays for. Like, is Frank Vogel going to get credit when LeBron and the Lakers win the championship? Probably not. However, there's one thing that always stands out to me when it comes to Tyronn Lue's coaching, is that scene in the huddle where LeBron James was trying to be the coach and Tyronn Lue said, "Shut up." He said a little bit more than that, but we're not going to say all that. And that right there shows that he puts his foot down, even to a guy like LeBron James, who could have really got this man fired most likely the day after if he wanted to. He was able to step to him and command that huddle like that. That is one thing I gotta respect, especially when we talk about a Ben Simmons who refuses to shoot threes, even jump shots, and won't work on that part of his game in the real game. A guy like Embiid who's not serious with his diet, getting buckets, staying on the block. You can shoot the occasional three, but there gotta be more sense of urgency when it comes to his stamina and his diet. That's as simple as that. So if you could tell LeBron James to shut up, then I think you can work with these guys who are younger and not as dominant in the NBA as a guy like LeBron James. But yes, the championship has to have some type of asterisk because you did take down the best team ever assembled when it comes to the regular season, 73-9. We're down 3-1, but LeBron James is there. I mean, Phil Jackson gets credit. He had Kobe and Shaq and Jordan and Pippen. He still gets credit though. I mean, Greg Popovich won with some great players as well, because we see the Spurs with less talent ain't really doing much, even though they're slipping and sliding and staying competitive. So we all know this is a players league. I just want a coach that the players respect and will play for and go that extra mile. That's what you need in the NBA. Now let's get to the new frontrunner, Mike D'Antoni. Is he really the guy for the job? The one positive thing I can think he will do is make Ben Simmons shoot a three. I mean, on his team, every single player has to shoot threes, but it's a running gun and it's proved not to work. I mean, he went out on a big limb in 2019, getting rid of Clint Capella and going small ball. Not small ball with a power forward who's 6'10". I'm talking small ball. His center was either PJ Tucker or Robert Covington. I'm talking 6'8" max. And yes, we got the dominant, big, 7-foot Joel Embiid. What is he going to do with him? Kick him off the team? Have him shooting threes all day? We want him on the block. We want to use him wisely. And this Sixers roster ain't going to be easy to finagle getting rid of Tobias or Al Horford or Josh Richardson. These contracts are in there. Now, I think you can really finagle something to get rid of one. Maybe Elton Brand can do that. Maybe Mike D'Antoni can. But we're not the running gun, shoot threes type of offense. And he doesn't have the best track record. I mean, he went to 3 conference finals, all in the West, 2 with the Phoenix Suns, 1 with the Houston Rockets, and lost all of them. And he had some great teams. I mean, every team with Harden was pretty good. CP Harden, Russ Harden, Amari Stoudemire, and Steve Nash. He played for the Lakers and never even got to a championship game with the Suns, the Nuggets, the Knicks, the Lakers, and the Rockets. And remember, in 2015-16 season, the Philadelphia 76ers were 1-24. And under Brett Brown, we brought on Mike D'Antoni to be an associate head coach. What that means is he was brought in to help the strength and conditioning and fix the pace of play. That's what he did under Brett Brown from 15 to 16 before he took the Houston Rockets job. And yes, he stepped down from the Houston Rockets job, but we all know Daryl Morey was going to have to fire him because it didn't work. You're blowing something up the same way we blew up the process. So are we really going to try to get a guy who made it to 3 conference finals? He doesn't have that foot to step hard and say, you got to do this. He will make you shoot threes, but that's about it. I don't think the roster we got, even though that needs to be blown up, except for Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, because I want to see how they do before we blow them up. But the roster we got is not set up for a run and gun shoot threes, and you're not going to be able to acquire these type of players at this moment. So while we still need to search for a head coach, I'm still looking at guys like Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, Stan Van Gundy, and if you want to get an assistant, maybe Tyronn Lue or Sam Cassell, something along them lines. We got guys out there. We need to continue to search, but do not jump on the Mike D'Antoni train. Yes, he might get Joel Embiid in condition, or he might tire him out to the max and get him injured. I don't really know. I never really liked Mike D'Antoni wherever he went. Like I said, back in the Phoenix, Denver, LA, New York, I really didn't like him. He's a guy who can always gets things done throughout the regular seasons, but struggles in the playoffs. I don't want that coming to Philly. I think there's other options. We're going to have to keep looking. With all that being said, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Mike D'Antoni is a good fit? Give me your pros, give me your cons, and if not, who should be the Sixers head coach? I'm going to deep dive more into that and have a head coaching video out soon. The guy that I actually want to target. But until next time, you know what time it is. We out.